Hi everyone, I'm Nancy from Our Treasure Home and welcome to the channel, and we're live this morning, 11:30 Sundays, every Sunday unless it's a holiday. I've got Des from Peaceful Des over here, and we have Shadow from Shadows. Oh, I got my
I did.
Shadow Scout Suite down below. So thank y'all for coming, and
You're
yeah,
very welcome.
Anastasia might show up. She might not show up. She's upstairs in her room cleaning. And I use that word very lightly.
She got a surprise in there. Hi, Sil.
She was upstairs starting, and there was a jumping spider in there. So she come down. She goes, "Shut up!" I looked at her like, "What?" She goes, "Be quiet." I'm like, "What?" She goes, "Shh."
The spider is upstairs. She's downstairs going. Shh.
Yeah. She
Which is
goes, "If
fun.
you make a noise, it's gonna jump."
Oh no, the cute giggle this morning.
So
Spider Girl.
yeah, she don't like it when her mama got it. So that was good. Hey Sue, how you doing?
Morning, Jamie.
Hey Jamie. Hey, we know that. It seems like every morning we get up as soon as the feet hit the floor, it's like boom, running, running, running.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
um I'm gonna be making my chicken because they're having hamburgers tonight. Well, they're fixing hamburgers, but also like corn on the cob and something else. She just sit there and told me what we were having. I was like, I heard what she said, but kind of like, you hear somebody, but you're not really listening. That's what they get after me for. You don't hear what we say. I'm like, yeah, I do. It just doesn't register.
I'm hoping tonight that we're having our fajita meat. We cook it not for fajita, but we cook it with garlic and onion,
Uh
and
huh.
then we're gonna have it with asparagus on the side with Parmesan cheese on it. It was the thin stock that I love of the asparagus, and it was $2 each bundle. I'm like, bundle one, bundle two, because we always need a lot of asparagus when we go to have it. For three people, one bundle is not big enough because they're not big bundles.
Oh,
So,
you got that right.
hi
Yeah.
Heather.
Hey, Heather, how you doing? So I fixed me some eggs. I was trying to eat breakfast before we started, so I don't think I got there. I've got some eggs here, but I'm going to cut up some onion, and some celery. I'm going to saute those, and then I'm going to cook my chicken so that I can have the chicken and the vegetables tonight for dinner, and they'll fix the hamburgers. I just like getting my chicken out of the way because, like I said, even if they're cooking and um, if I'm say my son decided to cook my chicken for him and they've got the hamburgers going and that grease pops and it pops into my chicken, it makes me have a flare up. So we cook things separately. So I try to get mine done before they get theirs done. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and it just depends on the night or the day and everything. So, but I do want to show you something that they made yesterday. Oh my goodness. I was like, I'm not, wasn't jealous, but in a way I was. They made Philly steak sandwiches. And look at that. Oh my gosh. It smelled so good. But he did onions and peppers. Then he did the meat. And this one has the Philly steak, the cheese. They have all kinds of different cheeses and pickles on it and all. And I was just like, it smells so good. Now I could have done the chicken. Like I said, I made me my chicken last night, and I just cut it like on an angle, which is called a bias. You cut it on, and then I cooked it, seasoned it with basil and that thyme, and then used my rosemary oil, and then I cooked me some asparagus. So I had that for dinner. So we all still, they still get to have our favorite foods, but just in a different way. So let's make sure ain't nobody else in the basement. That's what we've been doing. And also, yeah, I'm putting on my lips for y'all. But you sit there and go, you don't need all that lipstick. My lipstick has moisture in it and my lips are dry. It's always been that way. I don't care how much water I drink, my lips are always dry.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I could put in there and
Yeah.
have it drop. So, all right. I'm gonna cut up my onion and the celery, and then I'm gonna get to because I made some notes to talk about the different types of flour, and then what I found out about it. So let me get this onion going. And then last night when I did the chicken, I was also part of Angler April about fish. Now I don't eat fish, or I eat shrimp, but that's not a fish. And so I took the can of tuna and used that as my fish. And then I took a wrap and put a piece of chicken and a thing, like a stalk of asparagus and everything, and made a wrap with it. And it actually tasted really good, better than I thought it would taste. So I was like, hey, there's another dish. So that turned out really well. I was surprised. But I'm glad it did. Let's see, here goes the onion. And I'm just going to cut the celery. And throw that in. All right. And do I use a cutting board? Most of the time I do use a cutting board. Sometimes I don't. It just depends on my back says you need to sit down.
What you doing, Lola?
All right. And we get that going. Whee! Alrighty. Hey, Hugo, how you doing? So I made a video about a month or so ago about the different types of flour that you can use besides your regular white flour and wheat flour. And I got 3 of them I went through because there's some things I have here. It's split pea flour. So you just take your dry, I think it said 1 cup of dry split peas makes 1 cup of flour. So they consider it gluten-free, paleo, and it's like more like a protein flour. It's used for baking, make flatbread, cakes, muffins. It has antioxidant and it's anti-inflammatory. And I'll put all the links later where I found all the information from. And some of these are like heartbeatkitchen.com, hearthyfoods.com. I found out the split pea flour was used during the wars, like World War One and World War Two. They ground it up in the powder, and they had it in a container. That way, they can make the powder into like a soup or kind of like a cornmeal type thing, and that way they had that to eat while they were out in the field. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And then it's called Panas.com, and there are different things. And it says it's good for your gut health and everything else, which that's what I'm working towards also. Try to take the 20 pounds off that I put back on. And I was like, oh, no. I don't want to put no weight back on. Because it's easy to put it back on. It's just harder to take it off. And then oat flour. And it said 1 cup of old-fashioned oats or quick oats yields 1 cup of flour. If you use steel cut oats, it yields 2 cups of flour. So 1 cup of steel cut oats equals 2 cups of flour. So with the oats, it only takes like 20 seconds or so to a minute, and you've got your flour. And a couple websites I found was cookieandcake.com, and you can also use the gluten-free oats if you find that in the store. See, oats are rich in magnesium, phosphorus, copper, biotin, vitamin B, magnesium, chromium, and fiber. So that's why we know you eat more fiber, it helps you go to the bathroom. And they have minimalistbaker.com also. Let's see. Another one was ambitious.kitchen.com. I said the same thing about packed with vitamins and minerals and then the fiber. Now, some of the recipes I was finding that they did combine oat flour with another flour, the same thing with the split pea flour. So, like if almond flour or another gluten-free flour. So, I know almond flour is expensive. So, I want to be looking at other options. Now, King Arthur has a lot of different gluten-free flour and everything. And yes, I'm shouting them out because I am an affiliate with them. Through my community tab, there's a whole list. I'm making a little short to put all of them together and everything. But and it's in the community tab of what they offer and everything, the sales that they have going on. So, and they have lots of options, if you're looking for something. And then the next one is Flaxseed Flour. So forkoverknives.com has a lot of information on it. And flaxseed is rich in omega-3 fatty acids. It's another source of fiber and protein. You can store your flaxseed powder in an airtight container in the pantry, fridge, or freezer. Now, I store my flaxseed in the fridge because that can go rancid. And I've had the ones I have in the fridge at least a year and a half, and it's still good. Because I've been starting to use it. How do you make that flaxseed bread? I put the flaxseed in my regular flour and make flaxseed bread. And Anastasia loves that bread. Now, this time when I made bread, my yeast didn't rise that well. So, I have a more like a flat, dense bread. But it's still good. We've been eating on it. I didn't add anything to it because I thought, we were trying to save a little bit of money and make our own sandwich bread and everything. This one just didn't. It's just like, oh well, I guess we'll just make another one because in the cold air when it's hot and everything has a lot to do with everything, yeast rising and everything. My sourdough bread that I made last week, we put it back in the oven and we let it cook for another hour, and it's just, half of it got done and the other half didn't. So we're going to start, and I'm going to start another one, and I'll bring y'all along with that about when it rises and everything. And the next time I'm going to bake it in the oven. I'm not putting it in the loaf pan. I'm just going to make it a round dough ball and then stick it in the oven because they say if you don't use a Dutch oven, you can do it that way also. So I'm like, okay, cool. We'll figure that out.
Yep.
And then flaxseed can be used as a substitute for an egg. So if you take 3 tablespoons of your flaxseed powder and 1 tablespoon, 3 tablespoons of water and 1 tablespoon of flaxseed and let it stand for 5 minutes, it gets thick and you use that for 1 egg. So as many eggs as you need, you would do that how many times. And you can use that, as an egg. You could put it in smoothies. In each one I found, if you make smoothies and you want some protein powder and you don't want the stuff from the store, or you can't have the stuff from the store because it still has milk in it, here's an easy way to have protein powder. And see, and then with let's see, use in addition to gluten-free flour, blend about 1/5 of the total flour used. So say like you had 2.5 cups of gluten-free flour, take 1/5 of that and add the 1/5 of flaxseed powder to it. And then I have nutrition, refined, King Arthur, and then sweet as honey also has a simple bread recipe for flaxseed. And some of the other websites I found and everything, they had all this other extra stuff and everything. And I was like, okay, wait a minute, some of us ain't rich enough to sit there and buy the Xanthan gum and this thing and that thing and everything that they added. So I'm like, I will be working on digging through and bringing you along what works for, your unlimited income. How to make gluten-free breads with like a gluten-free flour that's not expensive. Because like I said, I know almond flour is, because it was back before the 2020, 2019. Now it's like, that's what I sit there and put on there about the different flours. I wanted to do some research and, let y'all know, hey, this is what I found out so far, and this is what we're going to be starting on in the next couple of weeks, just trying to get through, because a lot of people have asked me about gluten-free options and could I find some information out for them. So hey Judge, how you doing? So and then
Hey, Web.
I have the honor and privilege um to pass on the torch of learning coach from me to Anastasia's mom. So next year, Anastasia's mom will be her learning coach, and not me anymore. There's a little teary eye there, but she says she does not see her going back to work anytime soon, and that's something she's been wanting to do. So as we talked, I was like, it's so funny because I talked to Jamie the other day about that. It's like we just, with things she doesn't see her work, and maybe we need to talk about switching roles and everything. It's so funny because she came to me yesterday, talking about it. I was like, that's fine with me. She goes, it frees you up. And I was like, well, with the way she had homeroom and then she had the 2 class connects, I still had, time. The only thing that was after class connect to do all the lesson plans and everything. Ooh, Eddie. Hey, Kevin. So next year, I like being relieved of my duty. But I've had 5 wonderful years being able to teach Anastasia in school and everything. So I was like, well, the Lord has something else in play and plan. So it's like, you just never know, just go with it. And,
Well, you can do your sewing and your crocheting and whatever
mhm.
other craft thing you have going on, and more cooking.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because she goes, what time is your live this morning? I said 11:30. She goes, okay, I can get this, and this done, the breakfast and lunch and everything, and be back upstairs before you live. I said, it's okay. You're on camera no matter where you go nowadays.
That's true.
So it's like, oh goodness. Hey Scott, how you doing? So
Yeah, I told my son get your stuff because I'm going. Nancy is doing a live in like 11:30. So if you want anything, get your coffee and bagel now, and then I'll message you when we're done.
exactly.
So the kids are upstairs and I'm down here, so it's my territory. Sounds like you. Everybody's upstairs and you're downstairs.
Yeah, I'm down and we share the kitchen, you know.
Yeah,
It'd be no different if we had a house.
I would love it if we were all on one floor.
Oh, you know, we want a house. We've been wanting a house for years, but you know, the prices go up as soon as they have money saved to the side or something else. So I was like, let's just enjoy here what we have and
Hmm.
everything. And I was talking with somebody the other day. We were talking about how long I've been here. We're talking about how long I've been doing YouTube, and I said 5 years, and I'm like, you know what? I got to thinking. I said, I know we've been here longer than 5 years. We've been here 6 years, and the kids were going. I said, call them kids. They go, no, we haven't been. I'm like, yes, we have. We've been here since 2018, October of 2018. I went back and I looked through my email about paid insurance. Sure
Yeah.
enough, we've been here some 6.5 years. Oh, because the guys out there, he says, so this hasn't been clean since y'all moved in. I said, no, we've been here since 2018. See, there's all that little condescending stuff this maintenance guy does. Because I was
Yeah.
like, you know, women don't know nothing and men know all. It's his attitude. And I thought to myself, oh, no wonder why your wife left you.
Ouch.
I didn't say
Sting.
it to
That was a sting.
him.
Even
I didn't
thinking
say
it, even thinking is a sting. But then again, I thought stuff like that
it.
too. So you know.
I didn't say it to him, but I thought to myself, that's the way
Oh,
he
you
talked
no,
to us.
you wanted to. I know you did.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah, you
Gary.
know I did.
Oh yeah, I've
Oh,
been there. Been there, done that. All right, my three necklaces are all intertwined. Excuse me while I play with my
yeah,
necklaces.
Gary. Oh, yeah, I wanted to say that to him.
Oh yeah, I
You
know. I
know?
would have. I wouldn't have cared. I would have been like ripping him a new one. But
Yeah,
that's just
well,
my personality. When you're frustrated and you're angry, it's like you
uh-huh,
don't care. You just like go for it. Shoot from the hip.
exactly. Well, my daughter-in-law, she handled herself well. She said something, boy, she was right back at it. I was sitting there laughing.
Yeah, I would have been like tearing them.
And then my son comes down, and when he comes down, that's a whole different thing now. There's a man there, so
Wow.
they don't
It's like,
talk condescending to the woman.
yeah, they back off.
I was like, mm-hmm,
What, you got no kahunas now that there's a man around?
exactly.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yep.
So,
I love it. I love it.
the other guy, he goes, oh, he'll be back tomorrow. This was like Thursday afternoon. Yeah, Thursday. He goes, I'll be back on Wednesday or something like that. And he'd be back in the morning. And we said, all right, because he was going to do the downstairs. And so he came back with a little small vac. And he goes, well, I'll wait till, he goes, it's 8:30. They went downstairs and the ice that he was melting off, well, once, and it was like 2 inches thick, a block of ice,
Wow.
2 inches thick and 2 inches wide and everything. And the rest of it was liquid, but I knew it was there.
Yeah.
And then they took the spray things, but be clean the whatever down there. And I'm just like, y'all can clean whatever you want to clean and everything. I know this thing does not work right.
You also need like a humidifier or a dehumidifier to dry out the basement too, because wherever it leaked or wherever the ice is, you want to make sure that that is completely dried up because you don't want to have mold and mildew start forming.
Oh yeah.
Dampen everything. It's just gonna cause things to develop.
Oh yeah, you know it. You got
Hmm.
that right, Scott. Wimps.
WAMPs is exactly it.
Yep. So, but I did notice that and I'm not trying to put anybody down or anything, but in my experience, um, and everything, when you represent yourself, how you dress yourself, how you keep your hair, and everything, that says a lot about what you
Oh
do.
well then. Oh then I'm trash.
And the one, no, no, the one maintenance guy, you could tell that he was sketchy. Let's put it that way, sketchy. And he's no longer with them no more. So I was like, oh, y'all finally realized what he was up to.
Oh, that's pretty cool, Gary and Eddie.
Oh, okay.
At least put a T-shirt on. I got the bottom half. Just put a T-shirt on the top half.
Huh, that's good to know, Gary. Yeah, because there's all right. Here's the unit, and there's a drain pipe that comes out, like the L shape, and it goes down, and there's a drain in the floor for that drain. Well, that the pipe that comes out of the unit downstairs, there's nothing, no condensation, nothing coming out of that. So I was like, I try to tell people, that's clogged. They need to fix that and everything. So it's like, okay, one step at a time. Because when they were cooking yesterday, the temperature, we had the AC on, and still, yeah, because Friday was the school math test thing, so we had sheets Friday night. So yesterday, and the temperature is not cooling off. It's start going up again. I'm like, oh my goodness, can I go blow the unit up outside so they can give us a new one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Did you see Eddie's?
I see it.
If I wear no clothes, what does that say about me? He goes, and Gary goes, it says you're naked, devil dog. And he goes, I'm sexy and I know it. I said, and he goes, nope. Gary goes, nope. I said, that you're a streaker in your house or a nudist. One of the two. Oh, that's
Oh my
funny.
goodness, that's so funny because we had a next door neighbor. Now she lived next door to um my mom and dad and them when she was little. So it's
Oh,
back
she
in
went
like
off.
67, 68. She was there when I was born in 69. So she had moved back into the same house when I was 13. Well, her name was Joy, and she was a short, little, small little thing. She was skinny and everything, and all this other stuff. So we all had put a privacy, like a partial privacy fence. We had like two or three panels between us and the next house and everything. But she'd go outside, like outside and sunbathe in her bikini and everything. And my dad would always be outside. My mom gets so mad at him. And it was so funny. I'm like, you can't say anything because that's her yard. And if she wants to do that, then that's what she wants to do. And it's like, you got the privacy fence and you can't say anything else. But my dad would sit there and make every excuse to go outside and laugh. So I was like, Oh, like I said, he knew her since she was a kid. I said, come on now. Y'all need to get with it. So, but it was funny because she was, asked me to help her with doing stuff around her house and everything. She paid me for it and all. And one day my mom said, I don't want you over there anymore. I'm like, why? She goes, well, she's not a good influence. And she ain't doing nothing but sitting there talking about, when you get out of, talk about being healthy and putting lotion on and everything else. And see, I already had hints way before then. But when you sitting there talking to somebody that knew the family at the same time that you were born and everything, and then all of a sudden your mom says don't talk to them anymore, you just kind of get this gut feeling like something isn't right. Something's not kosher here. So that made me even more think I was adopted. Like,
Yeah.
what's the harm in talking to people who knew them at this around that time I was born and everything? And I'd be asking questions. I was always asking questions. So, like, oh wow. So I'm just going to use some basil and some thyme. Season my chicken. Like I said, they're having hamburgers tonight. So I'm gonna cook this now.
Oh yeah, I think we're having. Serena, is the beef still in the refrigerator, or did it get put in the freezer?
I don't know. I didn't know we were doing
Yeah,
Ooh,
we're
beef
doing
stew.
asparagus tonight.
I didn't know.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite. Something I taught the kids. Beef with garlic and onion, and then take the juices from that and pour it onto the asparagus, and then add a little bit of lemon juice, and then Parmesan cheese. Oh, so good.
Oh yeah. So I've emailed Via Life and not heard back from them. And I've emailed
I think it's already
Gaia,
defrosted.
which is another cheese company, so I haven't heard back from them either. So I'm working on seeing about getting some sponsorships, especially when it comes to the cheese. That would be helpful. Then I forgot the other day, I was like, oh, maybe I should do the butter too.
Hey, why
Anything.
not, right?
Well,
Exactly.
well. If you get a positive answer from them, that will be definitely a cheesy day.
You know. Well, I think as much as we buy, we support them and everything. That would be just and I have through all my videos. I say I'm not sponsored, but I show what cheese that we use and everything. So I have no problems, you know
Oh, I
doing
want to
that.
be sponsored by somebody that has got sweet potatoes, butternut squash.
Hey,
Send me the packages. I'll take it all.
exactly.
And the veggie.
I have my mom's sister, my aunt. She sit there and she taught me something. I was about 15, 16 years old. And one
Hmm.
day I said 16 because I had my driver's license. I drove my grandma back over to her house, their mom. We were sitting here and we were talking. I wanted to do something and everything. I was getting her advice and everything. She goes, well, did you ask? I'm like, no, because I know she's going to say no. She goes, well, you never know unless you ask. She goes, and that goes with anything. And, that stuck with me. That has stuck with me ever since then. You never know unless you ask. She goes, the worst they can say is no. And then, and then you just keep on going. So I was like, I know by the time I left, I mean, it was less than 10 minutes to get from their house to back to our house. But I know by the time I left, she was on the phone to my mom.
Haagen
Telling
Dazs? No.
Yeah, because my mom said yes. I said, did he talk to you? She goes, Yeah, I said I thought so because you were going to say no. That's right, Gary. You have not because you asked not.
I want to be sponsored by Ben and Jerry's, so I can have all the New York Super Fudge chunk ice cream I can carry, and then a few chocolate cookie dough, chocolate chip cookie dough for the kids. Just a few.
Oh, I know. So it's like you said, now some of them do have affiliate links that and what the affiliate link is, you have all right. So I'll take I had King off. I got Tractor Supply. When you click on that link, you sign in with your sign in email and everything else. If you purchase something or when you purchase something, because you use my affiliate link, I'll get like 3%. It's like commission type thing. So you get 3%. I've tried the Amazon affiliate. I don't like them because they put a time limit on things. The ones I found don't. So it's like, it's pretty cool because it helps me, it helps y'all, it helps the company too. Because there's some like they have an Earth Day. Earth Day's coming. Some places are having Earth Day sales. Well, Memorial Day is next month. Well, you got Mother's Day also coming up before Memorial Day. So there'll be different sales.
Oh
Lion
yeah,
Brain
Mother's
Yarn,
Day.
Lion Brain
Right.
Yarn is another one. And I have the dates on there. They're having different sales and options and everything else. So they have more things about because I'm an affiliate helping them, they helping me. They give more options about discounts and sales and everything because if you use my link, you can get something else special or more percentage off. So like Rise Coffee. So I have an affiliate with them. If you go to their right, so if you go, thank you on hey Kim, how you doing? Or we'll take Facebook. Now Facebook. Now I know they're always promoting, giving a promotion with Wise Coffee, and I clicked on it, and they gave you a percentage off, and it made $27. Well, if you go in and use my code for Wise Coffee, you get an extra 15% off of that. So you get like a 2-for-1 thing, which I'm like, okay, and that's a coffee I want to try, which probably this month or next month I'm going to order that because I would like to try that Wise Coffee, just see what it does.
Yeah, no, I want affiliate for Colombian coffee, Ben and Jerry's ice cream, and grills. I want a black top, Blackstone grill top, griddle
Yeah.
top, griddle top, griddle. I have to go check out your affiliate link for Tractor Supply and see if there's anything in there towards to get some percentage off of grills.
They are having. I've got to update because they send me stuff every day, and I haven't. But they do have a sale going on because I was looking at getting some garden soil delivered, and I was like, yeah, right. For one bag, it costs $30 for shipping, and I'm like, and the more you add, the higher the shipping. I'm like, I thought, hold on, I'm gonna call and find out about this. Maybe there's a different way
Yeah.
besides regular shipping that they would do. Okay, so now I found out about the Rise Superfoods. Let's see here.
Gary wants to know, Nancy, again, are you an affiliate with Tractor Supply?
Yes,
I
I
don't see
am.
it. The
It's in my
link is on the community tab.
yeah. You have to scroll down. Hold on, I'll get it for you in just a second. All right, so
Does
that's
it
for
deal with specific products or is it anything in the store?
Not everything in the store, and I don't remember everything, but most of the things, yes, I will. That will go for that. So the last coffee, let this load. And you go hit try it. Now they give you percentage off, 25%, which is $27. But if you use my and then you use my code that I have for Rise, they give you an extra 15% off. Next, I think it was like $22. So I was like, oh yeah, buddy. Hey, this girl lives on unlimited income, so anything that helps me to buy something, I'm going to use my own affiliate link. All right, so let's see here. Because I have to go. Because I've got so much now. I mean, bam, bam, bam. I'm doing this, that, and other. And the community. Let's see here. If you go down. All right, so 3 weeks ago. Let's see. Nope, I don't want to edit. All right. So it's 3 weeks ago. It's after the shout out for Hugo Homestead. Go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's after I said no live for March 31st, Gary. There's where the Tractor Supply is and everything. So
He just posted.
April showers. They have the thing for clothing and then just for everything for Tractor Supply.
Do you see what he said in the chat?
What did he say?
I'm now 12 days ago. I'm still looking.
I'm looking. I'm looking. I'm working on that. I do have the one thing from Render Forest that I make that I'm putting on my videos. You can click on that also. And that one should have most of them. I'm sitting there working on that because I was writing them all down the other day. I was like, okay, I need to compile it all into one. Oh, come on. Where's my shorts? Because I know it's hard. Because on YouTube itself, when I pull it up, I'm sitting there clicking on people's community tab and I happen to look, that's 2 days ago, 3 days ago, and I'm just like, what's going on, YouTube, It's the airplane one. Let's see. Why is this not showing up? Oh, okay, here we go. There. Link. And then I'm going to put the link in the chat that has the airplane that has a lot of the affiliate links in that. And it says new affiliate links, lots of goodies. And like I was saying last week, I just don't want to stick with dairy-free stuff. I didn't want to stick with just sewing stuff. I didn't want to just stay with gardening stuff because I have people who do so many different things that come to our channel, and it didn't want to be limited to Amazon or this one or that one. So I kind of like to have a whole genre of different things, from art supplies to gardening to homesteading to yarn to sewing. And it's like, and I've had companies come to me after I've gone through other programs, and they've come to me like, hey, here's our affiliate link. I want to partner with you and do this. And I was just like, that is just so thrilling. I was like, it's so exciting. It's like, yeah.
I want this grill. $300 for a 36-inch 4-burner Blackstone gas, a hard top griddle. 36-inch.
Yeah.
I could cook for an army.
Yeah, I try to make sure that link you can click on Gary, because I know when some of them, when I first was putting them in there, Jamie was going, she was checking for me because I asked her to. She goes, well, it's not clickable and everything. So I was like, went back and worked on them and everything. So that's one thing I am making sure that when I copy it, it's clickable, because after I post it, I go back myself and see if I can click on it and it takes me to where I need to go. So that's a work in progress. So it's like all I do is sit at the computer right now. It's like I get up every once in a while. I was like, I can't stay here for too long. Gotta get up and move around.
Mm-hmm.
But because some companies, there's some small companies that sit there and do it also. Um, just because they're not the big names out there, and they we helping each other and everything. So I think it's exciting because like I said, with me being on limited income, I have a certain amount of money after I pay bills. That's for the month, and that's it. You know, so night bot. Oh, all right, cool, Gary. Thank you for letting me know that. Oh goodness, that's going to be dropping a lot. I can do that too.
Hi, Ann.
Ah, this is cooking. Hey, Ann, how you doing?
Hey, Ann. Good to see you again.
So, like I said, one of the butters that we use is country crock plant butter. So, I meant to go look at them the other day, but then I got to sit down, I forgot. So I was like, I'm making notes here and there. You know, so, but I mean, like I said, it helps. It helps me. It helps you. It helps, the company. But I am looking at. I want to help y'all because y'all come to my channel. Y'all support Anastasia and me and watching us and what we're doing and everything. And I was just like, I just want to give something back to everybody. You know, what I can at the time, and as the channel grows and, you know, memberships and everything, I can do more things. So I was like, here's another way, because a lot of people like me, do purchase stuff online because they can't get to the store or something or another, like, Shadow lives in Sweden. Sometimes they don't have stuff in the store that he has to buy online. So why not have a link where he can go and get extra 10-15% off of something? So that's the way I see it. Let's see. All right. So what else we've done this week? Anastasia and I have started kind of like our sunflower seeds. We're going to try to sprout them before I plant them outside. And then the two celery things, stalks we had, I cut it off. And this one's been this is about 3 weeks. So it does have growth on it. And I changed the water.
That one looks good.
Yeah. This one's been about a week. So I'm like, oh, yes. This year I'm definitely doing this. And then I was looking at hydroponics also about, because on TMU they had the glass and the little thing you could use. And I think, wait a minute, I got all these mason jars I'm not using just yet for candles or anything. I said, let me see if I could do something with these instead. Because I was looking at that last night. And I was like, some things that you got about all this stuff and everything for it. And I'm just like, well, hold it here. Y'all got the money, I don't. So I'm going to be looking to see how that, what I can do that I have here already to make this, the little system work. And I'll do a video on that. Oh, yeah. Oh, I planted sunflower seeds directly into the ground last year here in the front. And I think a squirrel or a bird dug it up. So it's just like, no. I'm not feeding you my sunflower seeds just yet. Now, I love direct sowing. I've tried doing the starters inside and everything, and that's just, well, I really don't have enough room, and then that was just too much. It made a lot of mess. Woo, Gary, he's been a member for 2 months. Party. Thank you, Gary. I appreciate it. So that's, things that have been going on. For everybody who got here a bit later, I went, talked about the different flours, about oat flour and flaxseed flour and split pea flour and the benefits and what you can do with them and everything. So I'm going to be starting that. I won't say series, but it'll probably be like a series of different flours. And some of them you can do it by itself. Some you need another flour to go with it. So that's what the different types of flour. Of course, you have buckwheat flour. Then you have your gluten-free flour that you can get in the store. And I was looking at different things that I had here at home already, which is oats, and I have my steel oats. I have split pea. I do have some buckwheat flour in there in the pantry. So it's like, let's see, I have flax seeds, and I have milled flaxseed already, which I've used that to make my flour, my breads. The flaxseed, that's using regular flour. So I'm trying to transition off of the regular flour onto like a gluten-free or wheat flour or something else, just to see if it makes a difference. Because they said, if you stop drinking soda pop, then you'll lose weight. I'm like, you're full of you know what? Because I stopped drinking soda for 5 years and didn't lose a single pound from it.
I think I drink 1 soda a month or 2, and I share it with my kids. I don't even drink a whole cup, so I know that's baloney.
I know. So I said, forget that. I'm gonna sit there and enjoy it. I said, if it's on sale, they get me the 2-liter bottles of soda. So whatever's on sale, diet, I tell them to get me that. And I said,
go to the zero version. Diet's worse for you. The chemicals in it.
that's what they say.
Go to the zero. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but it's so much better.
Oh, I like the zero also. So yeah. I just said whatever's on sale because I don't really. All right, so I have a 2-liter soda. I drank, and I have a little. All right, so here's my coffee mug, but I have a small one, so I'd be like not an 8-ounce, maybe a 6-ounce mug. I drank 2 of those a day. And I already had my soda with my dinner or just something extra later on. But I take that empty 2-liter bottle, I rinse it out and fill it up with water. So I drank that whole 2-liter all day. And that's what I use for my water. And I'll drink 2 liters of water a day.
Yeah.
Because I know that's what my body needs. Besides my coffee, my tea, the water.
You never leave the bathroom at that rate. All that liquid.
Exactly. Scott, I love potato bread and everything, but potatoes right now don't love me. They make my inflammation hurt worse. So, but oh yeah, I love potato bread. That is so good.
I'd rather have Sierra Mist, which got changed over to Starry.
Hmm.
So I have Starry from Pepsi. I don't. Otherwise, I don't drink any Pepsi products. And I stopped drinking. Well, I drink Coke, like I said, maybe once or twice a month, depending on which store we go to. I mean, which fast food restaurant we go to when we have to go do errands. So, yeah, I would rather have the Starry, the clear, than
Hmm.
something with the dark.
Yeah. I thought so, Jamie. Like I said, I don't know about the other brands either, but the caffeine, it does not bother me. Like I said, I got to a point to where I couldn't drink a pot of coffee a day for a long time. I couldn't, and I think it was, I don't know if it was, and we use Maxwell House, so it didn't matter what brand it was. It just I couldn't drink. One cup was all I could have, but I was able to get is coffee and chicory. So I'm like, I like that coffee. I've been making a pot of coffee now for about a month or so. But the caffeine, that does not bother me at all.
I used to be Maxwell House all the time until I tried Folgers Colombian, and that was it. Now I'm addicted to, and I got rid of Cafe Bustelo because Cafe Bustelo's coffee didn't seem strong enough for me. Or the taste, I liked better with the Folgers. So yeah, but I was a Maxwell House girl all the way for like 25 years, 30 years. In the last like 5 years, it's been, or 3 years, I should say, it's been Folgers Colombian.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was all,
it's kind of like white noise, and
yeah.
the chick's not there anymore, and she's like, "I miss the sound." Aw, they were only 3 weeks old when they got put out. They grow fast. Babies grow up real fast. Then they leave the coop. No, they're going into the coop. They're going into their home to roost now.
Oh, yeah. So,
Or they're
and
doing
like
now.
with anything, look and see what it has to make sure that you can have it. Because I was just looking at chicory. It said people who have insulin don't use it, but I was like, that's why they could never figure out about my heart because I don't have high blood pressure. I don't have no thyroid problems. Um,
Hmm.
no cholesterol, any of that. Every time my doctor, even now, my family doctor, he goes, I don't understand. I'm like, what do you not understand? He tests all my levels and everything. He goes, you're healthy as I don't know what. He goes, I don't understand about the weight. And I'm like, that's a good question because I don't know. I can tell you that because I can't get out and walk and everything or exercise. The weight comes on, but also about I don't know. People say it's what you eat, but I've cut out sweets and everything else and soda and everything, and the weight was still there. So that to me has nothing to do with anything. But I was like, he goes, if it won't for your back and like the the bones and the degenerative disc disease and everything else, he goes, you're one of the healthiest persons I've ever seen. Thank you. And that's for being having the weight on. He goes, because most people when they're heavy set like that, they have all these, issues and everything. I'm like, oh, I have a question for you. I said, when y'all ask for family history, I can't put it down because I don't know for sure. I said, but their family history, now this is the parents I grew up with, it's heart attacks, it's strokes, it's diabetes, it's high cholesterol, It's thyroid problems and everything. He goes, if I would go buy your blood work, he goes, which I can. He goes, I can tell you right now. He goes, you're not related to them. He goes, there's no way you're related to them. And I was like, no, thank you. I know that.
Duh.
Yep, low carb and high protein drops weight. Exactly, Gary, because I've done that when back in '98, and I was 230, and I went down to 160, and then moving and stress and situations, I put the weight back on, and I took it off again, and then when I got hurt in 2009, and just could not get my, I was really hurt bad and everything. It took me, I would say, I took 10 years to lose 100 pounds. So I know I was close, and I think I've got a picture up on it. I know I was close to 400 pounds. I could see it in my driver's license. So it took that long, and then last year I was losing weight and everything, and then every year it never fails. For the last 4 or 5 years, my back does the same thing. Around this time, it's like, I don't know if it's adjusting itself or what it's doing, but the muscles just tighten up so bad that can't do anything. I'm using two canes to walk around with instead of one. And I'm like, okay, I get past this month and my back doing what it's doing, I can get back to doing something another. But yes, I've started eating just the chicken and the turkey and doing vegetables that are low carb or lower in carbs and everything. The weight comes off. So I will be getting back to that because with the garden and everything, I can grow the radishes and the kohlrabi and the baby bok choy and all that. And that's what my plan is to grow as much as I possibly can, either freeze it or dehydrate it and everything. That way I can have it all during the wintertime.
There you go.
Because I know the low carb but like I said, I don't eat a lot of bread and carbs and stuff. I can't have the potato chips, and the only thing I eat is Fritos or corn chips, and I'm told took that off the grocery list because I'm like, I don't really eat it that much because they would buy the big family bag, and that would last me a month. By the time I get to the bottom of it, they were stale.
Yeah.
Get it?
Usually how it goes. What's dripping? Or is that frying?
That's the chicken frying.
Okay. I'm hearing the popping. I'm like, what is that noise? Whew, I'm cold all of a sudden.
Stuck, and I was just like letting it just don't want to be fried chicken. It's going to be fried chicken. Alright, you can give me flowers. I'm going to flip you in. There we go. Oh yeah, why not? That's some nice fried chicken. Right there. Oh. Now it's done. They're just frying. Oh. So, got lots of things coming and everything. And it's like the other day, I did videos Friday, and I just got to upload. So I try not to get too backlogged of missing. I put up because then I'll forget. Like, wait a minute, I did a video on this. Have I posted it yet? Did I upload it yet? That's like that pizza one. We did it March 7th, which was Anastasia's mom and dad's wedding anniversary. And I loaded it up a month later because I kept forgetting. And I was like, I need to do this. And it's just like, well, better late than never.
Sometimes when you don't eat enough, what you eat is storing, try to make fat to keep your body going.
Mm-hmm.
and that's why also. So you have to look at it. You have to look at it medically both ways. Talk to your doctor. I eat this much, but I'm overweight. Is because of food stored into fat, and that's why. Because it's
That's
trying to
right.
keep the body moving.
Right, and what they didn't realize when they did this no fat craze back in like in the 80s or whatever, well, the fat, there's good fats and bad fats, but the good fats, and this is what my studies have, what I've learned and everything helps with your joints. You know, that's your lubrication for your joints. And then, you know, if you look at different parts of organs and everything in your body, they need that to sit there and function properly also. So,
She's always eating very little, but yeah,
oh yeah, I love the low carb, high protein diet because I mean, your eggs, your bacon. I did it when I was having steak and everything. So I did that. I loved it. Now, I can't do this part anymore. I walk 30 minutes in the morning before I ate breakfast. And I did. I lost the weight. That was really good. And you have to realize sometimes that's a lifestyle instead of just a diet that you use to lose weight, but then it becomes a lifestyle. So what I would do was do the low carb, high protein for 3 days when I wanted to maintain my weight, and then for 4 days I would eat normally, and then in 3 days I would go back to low carb, high protein, and that kept my weight at a steady 160 and everything. So I know what to do. It's just doing it.
yeah.
Oh. Shadow, do you have anything coming up this week?
Yeah, I have a new item I ordered. I will have it probably next week.
Awesome.
It take 1 to 2 days.
That's good. Did you read any of your book yet?
No, I need to take the time to do so.
Hey, it's okay. That's me. I've got books. I've gotten everything. I'm like, okay, I need to read it. I read the first like few pages, put it down. I'll get back to it. Like, nope, I haven't yet.
Yeah,
So, like an interesting book. One thing I do want to see about getting is a book about Morse code and learn Morse code. I think that'd be pretty cool to do. Because
yeah, it's pretty hard to learn, but the learning curve on Morse code is pretty steep. But you can learn, but it takes time.
right. The one thing that we learned growing up, Morse code, and I can't remember exactly if it was in school or where we learned it was the SOS. How to do SOS in case you were stuck somewhere and you
Yeah,
could sit there and bang against metal and do SOS.
Yeah,
yeah.
but what happens
Three
if you do
short, three
SOS and
long,
nobody
three
knows
short.
it?
Right. Yeah, both talking at the same time.
No worries.
I know what that sounds. What if nobody knows it? What were you saying, Shadow?
Three short, three long, three short. SOS.
There you go. Yeah. So that's what we were. That's what we learned. And I think like I said, I don't know if we learned it from a TV show or something in school or something. But that was the easiest thing to learn was the SOS.
Yeah, that is easy. The tricky part is with the other letters.
Oh, yes. So, real quick, what do you think about the ham radio? Is that easy to learn or is that difficult?
Well, after what I have seen on ham radio to learn it here, it is mathematics in it because you need it's the physics. Well, the electric things you need to make some calculations on and things like that. I'm stuck on mathematics, so I think I skipped that because that is too difficult for me to do any calculations.
No.
So I have
I
to stick with a CB radio.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. So I'll stick with the CB radio because that's what I was trying to do yesterday, trying to calculate the size of my containers and how much soil I would need to gain container soil to fill them up. And I'm just like, this is giving me a headache. And it's even with the calculator part of using it and everything, I was like, this is not making sense. And I had no problems with math, but that math, that was just like beyond me. And I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to buy this many bags and just go with it.
Yeah.
I understand, and I know, getting active. And well, one thing I've been doing is like, since, you know, my legs are strong and my arms are strong, but I want to keep them stronger. So I've been doing, arm exercises here and there and everything just to keep the upper body a little bit stronger. And since I've been doing that, this pacemaker's been working more. And I'm just like, okay, wait a minute, hold on a minute. That's not supposed to be happening.
Hi, Paul.
Hey,
I was
PSV
like,
Odyssey.
hey, Paul, how you doing? So, but yeah, as for I was like sitting in this chair. I can't sit in it too long. That's why I'm always up and down in this chair, because this chair, all right, regular chair, yeah, it leans back a little bit, but not that much. So you're sitting straight up and down. Well, if I sit straight up and down like this too much, think of sitting on bleachers at a maybe soccer, football, baseball game, whatever you gone to, and you sit there for too long and you go to stand up and you can't. From the waist down and the sacrum and the bone and everything is just locked. And somebody has to pull me up out of the chair.
Yeah.
So it's like, I tried sitting in this chair Tuesday night for cartoon review because I was just trying to change things up, and by the time it was over with, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't move. So I was like, no, this is a no chair. I can't sit in it too long. And making her extra weight is killing your back. So what you can do for your back while you're sitting is just go side to side like this and go back and forth. That should help with your back muscles. And then lift your arms over your shoulder like that. That will help with the muscles up higher and everything. And that's why I don't do a lot. I don't do it every day. I do it like every other day because you need time for your body to rest and repair itself so it builds up more. And that's what I learned when I was working at GNC. So, but we've been here for, an hour and 14 minutes. So
Yeah.
I want to go ahead and hop off. I'm going to say a prayer first, and then I got some things I want to do, and I got some yarn out. So I'm going to look at crocheting some stuff and everything. But let me pray before we leave. Dear Lord, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the health and safety, provision, and protection that you give each and every one of us. Thank you for those who come through at this time who are watching on the replay. We thank you for those up on panel, dear Lord. May your face shine upon them. May they be blessed as they go out and come back in this week, and everything that they touch prosper and succeeds. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Amen. So, yeah, just a little bit here and there, and you'd be surprised what it does. It'll help out a whole lot. So,
Oh, I want to
y'all,
tell you something real quick. I'll tell
okay.
you after hours. I'll tell you after hours.
All right. Y'all have a wonderful day, and we will see you next time on Our Treasure Home.
Take care. Stay safe. God bless.
Amen.